Hello, this is just a little bit more information on trauma that you're going to see in the classroom. Let me share my screen and I'll just narrate through this PowerPoint. So you're going to have children in your classroom who've experienced all of the above here. You're going to have kids that maybe have been neglected, have seen domestic violence, maybe someone's been abandoned, maybe someone's been abused. Someone could be homeless, tornadoes, car wrecks. I mean, you just never know. And there's lots more here, but these are just some of the traumas that children may have experienced who come through your classroom over the years. Statistics tell us that 4 children attending school have been exposed, 1 out of 4 have been exposed to a traumatic event. You never know, it could be even higher than that, depending on what you count as a traumatic event. This is a really good school that is trauma informed and has some very good practices that help children's social emotional health. So you might want to click on that. So why is trauma so detrimental? It's really because during the first, several years of children's development, they're creating a model of what their world looks like and what they look like to the world. That's their self-esteem. I mean, how does the world feel about me? Their self-confidence arises from that. And certainly their sense of trust in people. And when traumatic events happen in a child's life, it interrupts that process of developing a good, healthy sense of self-esteem, a healthy amount of self-confidence. And certainly it undermines the development of trust in others. And that undermines the relationship that children will have in the future with their teachers, with other peers, and, their eventual partners in life. It's an ongoing issue. A lot of times when a teacher first meets with a child who has been exposed to significant trauma, that child's behavior actually becomes worse. And research informs us that the reason for that is the teacher offers unconditional acceptance and usually a very friendly demeanor and just absolute caring. And that really contradicts that child's self-image of the kind of behavior they deserve, in their opinion. And so the behavior becomes worse, more exaggerated. And it's up to the teacher to work through that. We'll talk more about that. A lot of times children who've been traumatized have developmental delay. They may act a lot younger than their chronological age. Their sensory processing may be involved because they might have been involved in in drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and that definitely increases challenging behaviors. So a lot of times when children are evaluated for their behavior, they're given the ACE survey. So if you hear the word ACE survey, this is what it is. I'm going to let you read through it. You don't need me to read it to you, but it is interesting. And as a matter of fact, I took the ACE survey as well, and you might want to do it yourself to see where do you rate on this. So just interesting information, but you will have children eventually who will be asked these questions. And there you go. And as you score the ACE survey, you'll see that a higher score, 4+ or above, indicates a higher risk for health and social problems, not just in the immediate time while the child's in school, but also later in life. There's a lot of data on that. And these are some of the health risks that people who've experienced trauma experience. So kind of interesting to look at. I'll let you look at that on your own time. So what have we learned from all this? Well, all is not lost, trust me, because when children experience loving attention, good care, it really acts as a protective factor. And you can, as a teacher, can be one of those protective factors. You can create a predictable, caring environment that the child comes to at least for a few hours every day. Participation in community traditions. If someone will take them just to, say, the Christmas parade or 4th of July fireworks, those community traditions that bring order and are reliable. Feeling of sense of belonging in school. Say everybody in your classroom has a job, or you rotate certain jobs, so everyone has that sense of responsibility that they're responsible for keeping that room going. All good. That adds a positive layer of protection to the child. And certainly feeling supported by friends. So if you work very hard to create a positive classroom environment in which children support each other, that's very helpful for children who've experienced trauma. So what can you do? A few more specifics. Okay. You can read through this. You don't need me to read it to you, but create a low sensory load environment. So many times I walk into a classroom and the place is plastered. Every wall is covered with bright shouting messages and lists and bulleted points and this and that. It can be a little overwhelming, and and I don't have any of those issues. So I can imagine if children have any feelings of anxiety, that would be even more traumatizing. So think about that. Make the first day really great. Try to have eye-level introductions. They may not want to look you in the eye, which I would never make someone look me in the eye, but if they want to make eye contact, that's all good. Get down on their level. Ask permission before touching. May I pat you on the back? Let me show you how we do things, so that they know the procedure. That gives them a sense of control, and it's certainly a little less anxiety producing. Assign them a buddy, someone that is real friendly and knows the routine. Make sure they're part of a group. Assign your groups. Don't allow groups to form themselves. I don't think that's a good idea, because someone always gets picked last, or someone's always left out when that happens. So don't allow that to happen in your room. Make sure you have good routines. We talked about routines last week, and transitions. You've got to have these planned out. And model how you want it to happen. They don't have a crystal ball. They don't know how you expect it to look. So model. Plan for group time. Know how you want to do it. Some kids need more space. Put out some hula hoops for the kids that need space, so that they've got that wide circle around them that nobody can encroach on them. They might sit on a therapy ball. I've seen kids that wanted to sit with walls up, get a clothes basket. Totally fine. All good. Carpet squares, whatever it takes. But these are great options. Plan for difficulty focusing, fidgeting. Have some fidgets. There's going to be blurting. Take care of blurting. Have a talking stick. You pass it around. When you got the stick, you can talk, answer tickets. You give them 3 tickets each. When they're done with their whatever they say, they throw the ticket they used in the middle. So we're down to 0 tickets. That's it. Popsicle sticks with names. You pull a name. Have everyone give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. However you do it, it doesn't matter. Have a procedure. Play games. Feelings bingo, draw, color, faces. We talked about some of that in past weeks. Islands of competence. Find out what the child is good at and foster that. We all have strengths. Provide some choice. Children who have been traumatized often have had no choice, little to no choice in anything they do. Provide them some choice. And these are all, teach them how to change the channel. If they start going down that rabbit hole and you can tell, find something for them to do that just immediately changes where they're heading. Whether it's a book, find Waldo. I need you to find Waldo on this page for me. It doesn't matter. Change the channel. If you have to critique, use a positive sandwich approach, It's like that Oreo. The bad stuff may be in the middle. Oreo has good stuff in the middle, but make sure that you've got two good things on either side. Always positive, positive, positive. And then, you made a little mistake in this, but, the rest of it was just fabulous. Because they tend to take everything you say very negatively, very negatively. Consequences rather than punishment. You want consequences and not punishment, because everything has to be relative. And prevent meltdowns if you can. Please read through this and you will come up with that. More on preventing meltdowns. If you know a child gets stressed by something, make sure you address it ahead of time. And I highly recommend this book for those of you who are not in my graduate section. The ones in the graduate section are currently reading it. And Dr. Sorrells is just an authority on teaching children exposed to trauma. So that's it for the week, for this narrated PowerPoint. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.